What's up, guys? Man, killer day today. I posted a video about bull traps and bear traps yesterday. I hope you watch it. It's a great video. Some of the best technical setups, in my opinion, happened today. As far as market structure, capturing shorts, capturing longs. So we're going to get on that. We're going to talk about this bull trap I took on the video. But first, and we're going to talk about a failure breakdown pattern on SPY. But I want to talk about my loss on the video first. And then we'll talk about the bull trap that happened. So here is my entries. See if I can make these dudes a little bit bigger. Alright, so I got in a little early. It was looking like a kind of like a bull flag right here. Couldn't push. A high gap up after a big sell-off. When it can't push, these stocks couldn't push in the morning, so now they went to go hunt their previous closes. So I got in one just for feeler. Spiked down on me. It was at a pretty good loss, but I added, I added right here next to this low, wanting to get my average up. A little bit more risk, but I figured that I would get a pop back into this. Right here is my pre-plotted pre-market high, and also the point of control on the volume profile. So there was a lot of confluence back there. So I knew it was going to give me a retest. So it popped up, I got out. So a lot of times when you're trading the open, you realize you're wrong. Just give it a second, and if you're at a technical level, it should give you an opportunity to get out. And if you get those gifts, just take it. So I took a $30 loss on that, but I recovered. I nailed this top right here on Tesla. I got 2 points on this wash candle right here. Yep, so I got that back pretty quick. But the next trade is what we want to go over. A nice little bull trap on the video, which is going to be this entry right here. So I was being more conservative because I had taken that loss, regained it back. So now, my next trade, you got to be very selective. So anyway, let's go over what we went over last night, but it happened today. So we spiked up to some pretty heavy resistance, or everybody calls it supply, whatever. So pre-market high plus this point of control on the volume profile. That would have been this morning. So we made a high, made a low, made a lower high, right into that pre-market high where I got out, made a lower low. Okay, looking good. Now, like I said yesterday, you want that lower low captured, suck in some longs right here, some novice day traders. Then you want the equal high, or what's the equal high with this lower high? You want a slight higher high, or at the most these highs. But there was so much resistance right here with that point of control and the pre-market high right here. Got in. And I just took this trade down into this resistance right here, and this 200 MA was a little lower on the this morning, on the morning section. So here it is. So yeah, so if you watched my video yesterday, I went into more depth on the bull traps and bear traps, which are killer setups. So you got a high, low, lower high, lower low. Then you want an equal high or a slight higher high. You want to rope in them breakout buyers, right? Because we're in a overall bull market, but these stocks are trying to pull back a little bit, right? So you still want to sell high or get in a short high, cover low, and same thing if you watch my bear trap setup yesterday on Tesla. But I got a killer bear trap breakdown failure pattern. I'm gonna show you in SPY here in a second. We came right back into this resistance, and really this was the one. This third try right here was the killer one right here, because it went all the way down here. This level, total of 3.75, and really this move don't look like much, but I got $2 points on it. So hey man, I'll take it. Tesla wasn't bad. I had about 40 cents risk, and I made about $1.20. So what's that? A 3-to-1. Now let's go to SPY. Right here. So I marked this earlier. Here's the point of control on the volume profile. So I was kind of watching it all day to see what it was going to do. You see where it was grinding. So you had the top of the point of control and the bottom right here. And you see how it was making a range? It was some killer moves, some killer squeezes on breakdown failures. So you start roping in these shorts. You get that lower low and a spike back up. Almost kind of looks like a bull trap, but it's not. I mean, you're already at the low range for today, right? And you're in an overall bull market, and buyers want to buy low. So anyway, it ropes in all these shorts and violently presses back up. So guess what? They got to cover. And now you got these stops right here. And man, it just squeezes for the rest of the day. I missed out when I was gone. I was way gone by this time. I was probably done by 9:30, 10 o'clock. But anyways, I made $82 on the day. Probably gonna call it a wrap. End the month on a good note. Not gonna trade tomorrow. It's the day before Christmas break, and then you got New Year's and all that. All the hogs are probably gonna be at the Hamptons this weekend or next week for the holidays. So probably gonna be low volume markets. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the rest off and hit it back strong in January and try to get some live trades. I gave an explanation on why I haven't been giving live trades on yesterday's video. And just because my house is loud, you got kids watching TVs and iPads and kids yelling, my bird chirping, and then you got the wife getting on to the kids. So this kind of is what it is. You know, it's annoying for the listener, for the viewer. So, and I got to edit a bunch of spots, and it's just, you know, it's a lot of work. So I'm try to get a better setup going into the year. Me and my wife are kind of looking for a little desk and stuff and an area to put it in the house. Kind of limited on space here, so that's kind of what's going on with that. But anyway, I hope you learned something. Any questions? Hit me up in the comments. If you got any questions about this risk management right here, if you got any questions about the bear and bull traps, they look simple, but the psychology behind it is the key, right? You're using people's stops, you know, people's pain to fuel your move. So have a good weekend. Merry Christmas. Thank you.